close time.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Anquinette, and I have been praying for a while now about letting everyone know about my experience with Father God. Um, I got saved at a young age. I got saved like in my early 20s. And I lost my way for a very, very, very long time. So, here within the past year, I had an experience with Father. Um, I was going through some things. My apartment that I used to live in had flooded. And I was at work one evening. I had just started this job. I was at work, of course, as I said. And I was in room 258. And I was, writing information on the board. I was getting ready to check in the patient. And the patient came in and told me that she was being admitted for chest pains and that she had a message for me from the Lord. I was at work, so don't know. I don't have no time for this. That's what I was thinking in my head. I don't have no time for this. This woman is crazy. I just want to get my job done. That's what I was thinking in my head. So, Jesus, Father, give me the strength. As I was writing on the board, I was writing room 258. That was the room number 258. Um, she was sitting in the bed. I turned around, and her whole demeanor changed. Like she stood up, her face, her body, she stood up straight. Her face was glowing, her hair was glowing, her eyes was bright. And I just was like, okay, so I kept doing what I was doing, right? So, me being who I am, continued on with my job. So I turned around and she was at the window. And I was like, all right. So I turned towards her. And she was like, I have a message for you. And I was like, I ain't say nothing. I was completely quiet. I just listened. And when she said she had a message for me, she pointed from above. You know, I was like, okay, so I continued to listen. And this is what she told me. She told me that Father God uses her as a messenger. And she had a message for me. And so she proceeded to talk. She told me a few specific things about my life that I'm not going to mention on here. But pretty much overall, Father told me that I'm to take care of his people. Okay, at that time, I was thinking, okay, so I do take care of people. I've been taking care of people since I was 28 years old, you know. Um, and over time, I started praying about it and I was thinking in my mind, well, maybe he meant something else, So, being that we are living in times, I believe that he was speaking about his people's souls, being that without him, we can do nothing, because as he was speaking to me, it was just so amazing. I don't even know how to put it into words, how he made me feel, at that time. Because, like I said, I was going through something really bad. My apartment had just flooded. He gave me directions on what to do with my life. He gave me on what to do with my life. He also told me that, that he is my father. He told me that he loved me. And he told me not to pay attention to the people around me, you know. And with that being said, I feel that he's speaking about, a lot of negativity, because in this world, people just judge you without knowing you, without knowing things that you have survived in your life, you know. So, um, and to be honest with you, I've known for all my life that, you know, he had something for me to do, because my grandmother, she lives in Louisiana. Um, she told me about how I was born. She told me that my mother had me at the age of 16, but when she had me, she was 6 months long. And she told me when my mother gave birth to me, I was pronounced dead on arrival. and they put me into a trash bag, and they were getting ready to throw me, proceed to throw me away. Um, my grandmother at that time, this is in Louisiana, she was a supervisor over the hospital where I am from. I'm from Louisiana. And she said that her coworkers came to her and got her and told her that um, that I was breathing. So that has been, a story of how, I was born into this world. And, something else that Father told me that day. He told me that he chose me, you know. So I feel that that is what he meant by, he wants me to take care of his children, his people, not his children, his people. He specifically said for me to take care of his people. At my current job, that's what I do. I take care of people, but looking at it from a carnal mind, I wasn't thinking of spirituality because, as you know, God is a spirit. He can be everywhere all at once, So that makes sense as to why he spoke to me through another person, and I can also hear him because he does speak to me, but y'all, Father, be with me because I'm so very nervous. So I just felt in my heart that I needed to tell my story. I needed to tell my experience because people need to know that he is real. People need to know that through him we can do anything. We can achieve anything. And that, overall, God is nothing but love. He is everything but love. And since he has came to me, my life has changed so much. Like the way that I see myself, the way that I see the world. All I want to do is learn about him and help others and, tell other people about him because without him we can do nothing. We can't even breathe without him. We can't blink without him. We can't move without him. He created us. We are not the ones that are in control of our lives. He is. So at the end of the day, that's just how I feel, and this is what I know, and this is my experience with my Father who loves me, who loves all of us. Okay, with that being said, I hope everyone is blessed. And this is coming from my heart. This is coming from love because this has been my experience. Once again, my experience, no one else's, mine. Alrighty. Thank you. Love y'all.